The 110th day, the poet explains as to how foolish we are in looking at the paltry things having something abundant in us. In something like that, a person has worn the specs, and with the suspending cord, the specs is down, dangling on his chest, and a person is searching house full, or he is searching his house for specs, which is not found. Number one. Number two, we have something in plenty, just like children, they pick up some seashells and something, and they can ask for something big for the parents. Similarly here, we too are so foolish. And definitely we'll get in plenty, he says. When we are asking for some small things, when we are capable of getting something big, then definitely we'll get it in plenty. Yesterday also we have seen Nirakara Adara Brahmadi Kanja, he says, when you worship that formless, then I tell you, that infinite, that immortal, then that can provide everything, including Brahma and other gods. But leaving that, we aspire for everything. Today we'll see how he puts it. Dharim Kaamadhenu Pudeta Kamage Hari Bodha Sandu Nivivadalage Hari Sara Chintaamani Kanchakade Dayamagadam Deta Ahe Udade. So here it says, Dayamagadam Deta Ahe Udade. He says, you get them in plenty. What? Bits of glass pieces. When you own a diamond, and if you ask for glass pieces, anybody will trade and you will get in plenty. So don't be foolish, he says. So the first line it says, Dari Kaamadhenu Pudeta Kamage. He says, Dari means Gari, Gari means at home. Kaamadhenu, that is the wish-fulfilling cow. Pude, you have one, there exists, and this wish-fulfilling cow has milk and everything. Taka means buttermilk. Mage, you ask for. When you have a wish-fulfilling cow, Kaamadhenu, which can provide, which can give anything to you, there if you go and ask for buttermilk instead of asking for something huge and big, what will it do? It will smile, but it will give, because you ask, you give. As the saying goes, what you ask, that will be fulfilled. Again he continues in the upcoming verse, Hari Bodha Sandhoni Vevedalagi. He says, similarly, Hari Bodha, the wisdom regarding Hari, here Hari in the sense, we are not supposed to think of Hari or Narayana, but it is the truth, the ultimate truth, the Adi Ram, as we have been seeing earlier. He says, Hari Bodha, if you have that wisdom of the truth, of the self, of the permanent, of the infinite, Sandoni, and giving up, Vivade, how? You are giving up the wisdom of the ultimate by what? By futile arguments, arguing, this is correct, that is correct, this is wrong, that is wrong, this should be done like that, that should not be done like that, my philosophy is great, your philosophy has fallacies, whatever it is. If you keep on getting into arguments like this, Lage, if you engage in, then what happens? Kari Sala Chintaamani Kacha Kandi. He says, the essence. What essence? Khari Sara Chintaamani. This is the wish fulfilling gem. Kacha Kande, broken glass pieces. So here he says, having a Kaamadhenu and asking for buttermilk, having a wish fulfilling gem, that is Chintaamani, and aspiring for broken glass pieces. It is similarly like having an acharya, having a guru, and if you get into debate or arguments with him, giving up the real truth or giving up to understand what is being said by the acharya, trying to transcend from the pointer to the pointed, if we get engaged, what happens? Yes, you will get an argument, you will win the argument also, I tell you. You will win the argument also. But is that what we want? We should see. What we want? We want the Supreme, the Hari. We want our own self. Then what we should do? Go and ask for that ultimate truth. When you go for a Kaamadhenu or a Chintaamani, don't ask for buttermilk and broken glass pieces. Ask for that riches. Do you know the whole Vishwamitra story, how it started? Isn't it? It's only with Kaamadhenu. True? So he wanted to possess that cow itself because it keeps on giving. For that he tries to give all the cattle of his kingdom. But Vasishtha, he smiles and finally he says, if you can take it, you take it. By getting into arguments or fights and all, nothing is possible. You have to gain it. For that you have to do sadhana. Without sadhana, nothing is possible. Without sadhana, nothing can be achieved. Have this very, very, very clear in mind. So similarly, when we go to the acharyas, when we go to the preceptors, when we go to the masters, stay put at their feet and listen to what they say ardently, carefully, absorb, reflect. Generally what we do, we go for a pravachan, we listen, we say, wow, it was a wonderful session, it was a fantastic class. We ask them to speak, some people can't speak. They say it was good, I enjoyed, but they can't. And some people, they are very good at the explanation. So they hear for 5 minutes, they speak for 15 minutes. But do they put it in practice? Whatever the acharya said? No. Or they come out with their own arguments, logic, deductions. Why this, why that, how this, how that. And they try to get into argument. Acharya doesn't do, okay, he smiles, he comes in your own, he says, yes, you are right, it is not correct. He has achieved, he knows the time has to dawn for us to understand. But we should be diligent, we should be careful and not get into arguments and absorb and implement. And after implementing, you should get back and give the feedback as to how it was. Only then correction happens, because you should know, because you don't know the path, you don't know what are all the obstacles that are going to come and what are all the ways. Sometimes the road may look rosy, but it may not lead to a good destination. Similarly, here in sadhana, so many things will be there, whether good or bad. You should explain to the acharya and take his guidance and make fine-tunings and keep proceeding. So here he says, aspire only for the ultimate, nothing less. because that can give everything, as we have seen yesterday. You see, Jaya Sangadam Shinali Vedavaises, the Vedas have exhausted while describing the same, that as far for that ultimate truth under which the whole universe shines, as far for that, not paltry things like, even that is required. As a student, you have to pass your exams in flying colors. As a householder, you need to have a house that is sufficient for the family to be, or for visitors when they come to accommodate. To have a car, to have whatever it is, yes. But forget not that the ultimate goal of ours is to gain our own true self, Atmagyan. There we should land and have that resolve and keep moving till we meet next. Thanks for being with me.